Sometimes that dog will give me a high five before I go on.
Sometimes.
You'll flip you the tongue.
Deal. This is about where I grew up. Men with arms like iron vices strangle my childhood. Their beliefs rust inside. You ain't worth the mud on your boots unless you can swing a hammer with a cigarette hung out the corner of your mouth. I know, I should be tougher than this potential, but my knuckles, they bruise even without your violence. No, son. You need to learn how to grow into your strength. You need to learn how to fix it yourself. I know, but it hurts when you break my back, like it hurt when your fathers broke yours and taught you to numb the things that you couldn't fix. Silence my voice again. I know she is weak. She can't lift, but she can carry. She carried me, and she carried you. No, son, she bitch. She bitch if she knows how to carry herself. Say bitch. Say it hard, or say it casual. Pretend it wasn't still translated from hate. Learn the politics of hierarchy, cut in the iron of your blood, and older than all of your defiance. I know. He black, she white, he white, she black. I know, but why do you want me? Why do you strangle me? Because we are your friends. This is what friends do. Friends pull a faggot out of your long hair. Friends punch fat ass into your gut where it'll stay for the rest of your life. Say, friends, good. Lift yourself up. We push you down. This is how you grow into muscle, fat ass. Remember, he lift, she carry. Stop trying to carry pretty things. I know. No. I was not born of he. I was not born his smoking gun. I was born of she. But I am afraid. I'm afraid for a daughter that I might one day have because he doesn't know how to carry pretty things. Silence my voice again. I know. I'm afraid of a son I might one day have in case he is cast in my image of stone. He learns how to swing a hammer without remorse. Men with arms like stale exhaust smoke now strangle my adulthood. The words they used are forever beaten into my tongue. Thank you. So one thing I really like about Everett is that they give artists the freedom to just artist all over the place. And in the name of that, I didn't even make a set list. I'm just going to play this one by ear. Yeah. So if shit gets weird later, no retreat, no regret. We're in this.
Okay.
This is an older poem. It's called Entropy, and I just love to do it. If walking was a career, I would be a very lonely millionaire by now. I painted so many miles on midnight in a car that inherited my knack for not giving up. It knows as well as I do that the horizon line is just a sick reminder of everything we have yet to become, and no matter how many times the needle points at you, it tells you you're empty. There's a strength in simply moving forward. But today, I'm a stagnant cup of coffee again, 23 years old and fading, but still burning with all the potential of a Sunday morning candle without the faith to follow through. I've got to follow through this time. I've been working on reinvention for the better part of a lifetime now. The poet, the lush, the life, the fighter, the friend, the asshole. Tell me what you want me to wear, as long as it's not pride, because there are too many others here who have found me out, who I know will never see me as anything more than what they have seen me do. Evolution sounds nice on paper, but I like to believe that there's some intelligence in this design, that madness can slip away in the presence of one undeniable beauty, like a portrait of absolution. It still amazes me the things people can learn to live with behind closed doors. When everyone I know is finding their piece of silence, I turn sicker as the emptiness begins to fill itself with everything I have yet to become. I still fire jealousy into the setting sun because, unlike me, there is no love lost in the recycling of its light. Yet a few truths still remain. Matter can never be destroyed, only evolved. So was I once, please, made of something that moved forward with a stronger resolve than not knowing what else to do. And had I written this in any other time or place, it would not be what it is today. Had I stayed in any other time or place, I would not be what I am today, 23 and fading. Entropy states that it is the nature of all systems to break into chaos. So while my friends and I sit in a coffee shop discussing the finer points of dick jokes in a love shown and not told, like a portrait of absolution, I know the conversation will die. It always does. Hands will separate. They always do. Excitement fades, friendship withers, a lover's shivers turn into bitter insomnia, but after all said and undone, we are a series of memories as crisp as the snowflakes we all once claimed to be, before we realized it's better to melt away on the tip of someone else's tongue than it is to stay cold forever. The small town where I grew up, there was a restaurant my mother worked at when she was 14 years old. It's a small staple of my small town life. Last week it burned clear through to ash, and after they removed all of what it once was and had yet to become, I swear to you, I can still smell it burning. Now we're gonna go like so new, so new. So I'm a bit of a romantic lush, and this is about being a romantic lush.
Amen.
It's called Love and Zero Easy Steps. I'm also a drunk. There's that too.
Amen.
It's possible we smoke too many cigarettes. The fog of us makes the night more visible in the kind of way nothing is clear when looked at directly, but a silk screen always makes me study the contours of shadow. Maybe this porch is all that's holding us up, as it rots in a timeline we are too young to understand as anything but frustration. For the same reason, I can mourn a dead man I have never met while being confused by the compassion of this bed we share, where your eyes venture through the blinds every morning, the first smile breaking on purpose, but involuntary. Can I be blamed for the heart's reflex? Did I choose you any more than the direction of my veins or their speed? But what exists beyond this rush of blood? What exists beyond passion? What is beyond burning, the fire we breathe, the energy we share? If an atom can't fall in love, then why can I? Beyond the momentum, is there an attraction, the silence between all things, the wind, and how it makes the trees its dance partner, how they are both more alive without the burden of proof? If they can exist without belief, then do we too? Is that the silence that slides between our bodies? And is it still there if we aren't? Is your skin not as pale and welcome in the dark or when I am gone? Are we questions, searching for the answer that created us, something too clear to see, how your eyes weld at the smell of forgotten church pews, or mine at the loss that was soon to come? When you drained the salt from my tears, you showed me a river in a dead man's voice, both laughing at my stillness, as if I wasn't born from the same accident, as if the answer wasn't always waiting there. There just wasn't enough smoke on our young tongues to form a word that big, but atoms have always met in the silence to shape something more, an infinite attraction. I remember when I laid in that hospital bed under the burn of whiteness and the chorus of my own heartbeat. You crawled in between the machinery just to sleep next to me, your eyes, fear and bravery. The nurses didn't have to ask, they could see it in the way we held each other, that somewhere between us, all the silence formed an answer.
Woo! Yeah.
So in my real life, I'm not always really sad, but when I'm on stage, I'm always really sad. Things are only going to get worse from here. This is one of the shorter poems I'm going to be doing tonight. And I just found it when I was sitting there, and I'm like, I really want to do this. Because I wrote it probably 3 days after the last time I was here. It's called Still Searching for Maria. Too many hours you spent searching for Maria. The one he tipped vials over for. You waited to know why he would leave her at the airport. Tears staining the ruffles on her new white blouse. Why were her arms too skinny to keep him close to her breast? Dawn brushing against his cheek to meet her hand. I tried to tell you Maria was not real. Just another third-degree secret everyone whispers into paper. Maria's hands were yours. Her wrists were the jagged mirror of your own. I kissed them, made you promise not to look inside them anymore. You grabbed me by the cheeks, wanted your arms to be stronger, whispered every secret of who I was back into the valleys. When I left again, to that city that taught me how to love, Without trust, I could see you through the tinted glass of the bus windows. Tears marching down your apple cheeks, waiting for me to step off the bus to tell you it was all a lie, but I didn't. But I didn't. Wish I had the breath to tell you didn't need to search for Maria anymore. She was always there inside of you, and you will never understand why he had to leave. Pays to figure out what you're going to do before you actually get on stage. Yeah, fuck it, let's go dark.
Yeah!
This is called Nite. In the reflection of the cafeteria mirror, I am 15 years old when the words hiss out of Tyler's mouth in the shape of a laugh. If I can just get this badass out of my way, he says, it's just sticks and stones when he pushes me into that cold tile. The chill of his lead-lined fists still echo through my flawed body. In the reflection of the bathroom mirror, I'm 11 years old holding a knife in my hand. I heard that you could change yourself under the point of a scalpel. I wondered if you could cut out an identity, like cut the fat ass out of their stares before it could hit their tongues, before it could hit my stomach and sink like lead that would make sure I always feel heavy, regardless of how I look. Now, I'm 23 years old in the reflection of the bar, just begging to be someone's sidelong glance, a double take. Just please. Call me pretty, like a tight spiral, a gesture as empty as every meal I skipped, trying to change the angle of their stares, still echoing like Tyler's laugh. When Alex told me to stand back up and hit him, I did, because that's what good boys do. They don't overcome monsters, they become them. Good boys are not supposed to be afraid of mirrors. I should bite my own tongue off before talking about their stares, the lead shavings in my veins, or how I tried to bleed them into that bathroom sink. But nothing tastes better than a good hiding place. It's not a disorder if I do it, it's progress. It's not a lie if I don't have enough tongue left to speak it aloud. Remember, good boys are not supposed to sound like this, be swagger and bravado, speak quick like vengeance, or how monsters grow from the lead pipes of a bathroom sink. How easy it was for me to become the knife I once held in my hand, still pressed against the parts of myself I don't want to accept. I just want you to call me pretty. I just want to be your midnight steam, the salt on your eyelash, a stare that won't turn into a laugh. My body doesn't want your respect. How could you respect something that just gets in the way? There was a fear in Tyler's voice. I am still struggling to forgive. He was just doing what he was taught, like how I was taught. I need to sharpen myself thin at both ends in order to be loved. There's a fear in my own rough edges. I am still struggling to understand. If I die young, bury me in black and break all the mirrors. Just please, don't let the evidence of my flawed body follow me. Like that echo I still hear in the touch of everyone who mistakes my skin for home. Doesn't know the weight of lead when it sinks into your body permanently.